2020 has been, quite the interesting year, right? I think for everybody, regardless of industry or vertical, but for us at ScaleMatrix and DDC cabinet technology, we've learned a lot. As the pandemic kind of took hold towards the beginning of the year, everyone took a pause. There was a breath as they tried to figure out what was going to happen throughout the process. And I'm happy to say that, we, as well as our customers and our partners, I think all learned a lot this year. While there were trying times, the data center business, began to grow at a clip like we've not seen before. Once people started to realize that, pandemic or no, we were going to have to learn to do business even with these new challenges. As we started to figure out how to take our employees out of the office and decentralize them into places where they could work from home, we had to adapt our internal processes and our technologies to be able to support that. I think from our organization's perspective, we found that we can be just as productive and possibly even build the bonds between our employees and their families and a little bit more flexibility while still maintaining some great productivity. Most of the things are enabled by technology, and so completely unbeknownst to us, we had planned the launch of our new Scale Desktop product to launch in March of this year. We had no idea how serendipitous that would be, but it ended up being a great thing for us. We've now enabled countless customers to have the same type of performance that they had in office from a remote utility service. And so that product's obviously seen a lot of growth this year. Also, growing trends in our hosting business are around our cloud services, and our co-location business has seen a significant increase in clip from people that want to fortify their technological infrastructure, launch services in support of things for new business objectives. But all in all, we've seen a fairly significant increase in not only the amount of business we're doing, but the improvement in the way that we're doing business overall. So we're blessed to be able to learn those lessons here in 2020. On the flip side, we have ScaleMatrix, our brick and mortar hosting business. DDC Cabinet Technologies was more of a product company. And so we've seen some greater challenges on that side of the business because there aren't as many folks in data centers around the world, where our mission is to help them modernize and deal with more advanced workloads through better efficiency, higher density, and more modular data center technology. We have had to hold some shipments in our warehouse stocks this year because of COVID, because of restrictions of access into different locations. One of the largest ones being some restrictions of product shipments into foreign countries. We can get the product in sometimes, but our technical teams that go in and help with initial deployments have had some challenges getting into locations that are abroad. And we're excited to see, vaccines coming online, and hopefully we beat the second wave rather quickly so that we can get back to deploying, our award-winning DDC technology all around the globe. For those that are having to adapt to this new reality, right? I think, look at technology as a tool, but also realize that the, end user experience is a really critical piece of that particular engagement. We've seen some customers roll out different technologies from other providers and seeing their workforces push back a little bit, saying, hey, look, this impedes my productivity. I don't have the same level of access or speed and responsiveness that I did previously. So picking a good technology and, moreover, a good partner who can help you with integration and rollout of services, that's a really critical thing. So keep your eyes open and ask lots of questions and dig into the technologies when you're looking for partners to help you with that. Also, keep an open mind. Where years ago, mainframe technology, all very centralized things. We went to kind of the distributed server model. Then cloud became a thing, and we kind of centralized again. And now we're very much talking about hybrid. At ScaleMatrix and DDC, we're helping customers try to look at things from that hybrid perspective. So we have, in data center, in cloud, on premise, at the edge. All of those things become part of that new hybrid story. And we're helping customers enable that through some of our new micro data center deployments, through some of our edge technologies that help people take things out from like smart city applications, sentiment analysis for retail customers, all of those types of things. And to service workloads of that nature, you have to embrace that hybrid ideology where we look at getting the data and some of the compute services closer to where the action lives, while using cloud and on-premise services to help smooth out some of the cost structures and capabilities that you need to be successful in some of those rollouts. unique things about our Scale Cloud platform, everyone recognizes that there's a million different flavors of cloud. And so we didn't go out to try to be the company that would, compete or beat Amazon at their scalable, elastic service. They also built a tremendous amount of kind of easy to use tools that make customers very comfortable when using cloud services. At Scale, we opted to focus on pure enterprise production application hosting. We wanted to be able to scale high performance and critical application hosting and focus on overall performance, cost, and scalability for making sure enterprise applications work the right way. When you're rolling out something that critical to your business, having a team of people that will answer the phone when you call, and being able to whiteboard and do engineering sessions with our team to make sure that everyone's on the same page about what you're looking for and what the expected outcomes are, and then us being able to help work hand in hand to deliver those outcomes and to create better business results. Those are some of the things that make our Scale Cloud and ScaleMatrix different and unique in today's IT world. So as 2020 unfolded, Scale Desktop, our new product launched in March to help customers with remote work. It was a very, very opportune time to launch that product. And we focused on a couple of things. Performance to us was going to be the number one. Being able to serve workloads and desktop services to customers around the country or around the globe from one of our 3 availability zones with our cloud product. We wanted to make sure customers had a great experience when they were logging into that interface, and they had all the same functionality and features that they had previously. So we focused on the underlying technology. We partnered with the team at HP. We've got some just amazing fast hardware and infrastructure, networking and security infrastructure underlying all of that platform. And from the 3 different availability zones here in the US, we've allowed customers to launch and migrate services between those based on where the most eyeballs were within their organization. So performance, security, and flexibility of program were kind of our 3 tenets. And we've seen just some really fantastic results. I would say that more than 50% of the customers who joined us on the Scale Desktop platform this year were coming from another technology solution, which was either overburdened or simply didn't produce or deliver the features that they needed in this much larger work from home environment. And so that was an encouraging thing for us as we saw customers say, hey, this works better than what I'm using today. It enables more flexibility for my operation. And that was just one of the things that we learned and saw from our deployments here for Scale Desktop in 2020. In 2020, we began to see things like AI and all of the things that encompasses began to take a stronger hold. Used to be that only HPC and compute solutions were used by a very small subset of businesses. But as people today are looking for ways to differentiate and to gain technical advantage of their business, they're turning to technologies and tools like AI to help them achieve that. As they're deploying those and adopting those solutions, the requirements in the data center change. Many of these AI solutions require different density profiles, different airflow profiles, and more resources in the data center in general. And at ScaleMatrix and DDC, we're here to help customers achieve and overcome some of those challenges. We are seeing our customer profile change. While there's still a lot of customers in the 5 to 10 kW ratio, we're seeing a much larger number of customers coming in and realizing that 10, 15, and 20 kW will be kind of a standard building block for their enterprise applications moving forward. And those that are enabling those enterprise applications with AI and other high-performance data analytics tools will see that there's a significant amount of efficiency and gain that can be done by deploying these 20, 30, and 40 kW racks. While it was just a very small percentage of customers in the past that were doing so, we're starting to see the number of requests around that workload increase dramatically in 2020. And I believe that in 2021, as we come out of some of the challenges from this previous year, the adoption of these technologies will increase. It will spread out across a much larger segment of enterprise, and customers are going to have to look for partners who can support those things without a lot of customization, without a lot of extra fees, whether they're in their own colo facilities, whether they want to deploy them on-prem, or whether they want to take these advanced applications and move them all the way out to the edge. And if you're doing any of those 3, ScaleMatrix and our data centers, as well as DDC and our cabinet technology, we're here to help, and we'd love to hear from you.